Friends, life often tests us in ways we cannot imagine. Imagine being tossed by the vast sea, alone, vulnerable, with nothing but courage and hope to keep you afloat. Today, come along as we journey with Arjun, a young fisherman whose story is a shining beacon of resilience, faith, and the unbreakable human spirit. Arjun lived in a peaceful fishing village on the edge of the ocean, where the air was salty and the waves spoke in whispers to those who dared to listen. Every morning before the sun painted the sky in gold, Arjun would ready his small wooden boat, checking his nets, repairing broken planks, and saying a silent prayer for a fruitful day. For years, the ocean had been generous, its waters abundant with fish and life. Arjun's life was simple but full. He worked hard, his hands weathered by salt and sun, his heart full of steady hope to provide for his beloved family. The village depended on men like him, the keepers of the sea's secrets, but times began to change. The ocean's mood turned capricious, its waves cruel and unpredictable. Dark clouds gathered with little warning, storms hit fiercer than before, and fish grew fewer with each passing season. One fateful morning, as Arjun cast his net far from shore, an ominous storm stretched like a shadow across the sky. Winds howled a terrible orchestra. Water towered in angry walls, crashing against Arjun's small boat. Thunder rolled like a warning drum, and lightning split the heavens. Every muscle in Arjun's body strained against the tempest, his grip tight as the storm threatened to swallow him whole. The night stretched endlessly. Arjun battled the sea's fury, the boat tossed like a leaf in the wind. Every wave was a test, every gust a decision. In his heart, fear whispered, but deeper still, a steadfast voice from his childhood echoed his father's words: "True courage is not the absence of fear, but the strength to face it." When dawn finally cracked across the horizon, a weary Arjun found himself far from home. His boat was battered, supplies scarce, his body weary and cold. Around him, an endless blue sea stretched in every direction. No land in sight, no other boat to offer aid. It was a moment so still, so frozen in time, that even the waves paused, waiting. He was alone. Hunger nipped at his belly like a persistent tide. Exhaustion pressed heavy on his eyes, yet in the face of overwhelming odds, Arjun's spirit bent but did not break. He remembered the stories of his ancestors, those brave men and women who had faced storms far worse and lived not only to tell the tale, but to teach the generations to follow. With hands roughened by salt and toil, Arjun began fixing his broken boat. He rationed his food carefully, lit small fires for warmth, and faced each passing day with a determined heart. The nights were cold and filled with a sky so wide and so dark it seemed endless. Arjun spent hours staring up at the stars, seeking signs, listening for any whisper carried on the wind. He silently vowed, "I will beat this storm. I will return." As the days turned into nights and back again, doubt crept like a shadow across his mind. Will the village remember me? Will my family wait? Will hope be enough? But every morning, as the sun stretched over the water with gentle fingers of light, Arjun's determination rekindled. He moved with small victories, a patch placed here, a leak plugged there, until the boat was steady once more. Through hardship, courage grows. It takes root in patience and faith, watered by small acts of perseverance. One morning, as the first pink light kissed the waves, Arjun spotted something on the horizon, a sail, distant and shimmering with promise. His heart leapt with joy and gratitude. Rescue was near. The sea, which had threatened to undo him, finally offered a path home. The village was awake by the time Arjun's battered boat landed on the shore. The faces of his family and neighbors shone with both relief and pride, not for the fish he brought back, but for the courage he embodied. Tales of his resilience spread like warm fire, inspiring all who heard it. You see, dear friends, life's storms will come for us all, sometimes bearing trials that shake us, tempestuous waves that threaten to take all we hold dear. Yet it is in weathering these storms that we uncover our true strength. Arjun teaches us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to keep moving forward despite it. In your own life, whatever your sea may be, fear, hardship, uncertainty, hold tight to hope and believe in your own perseverance. Every dawn brings a new chance. Every wave carries lessons untold. Be brave, be patient, be steadfast. Before we go, take a moment to breathe deeply. Remember the story of Arjun when life tests your spirit. Share this tale with someone who needs a reminder that storms pass and light returns. If you found inspiration in this story, please take a moment to like and subscribe. Share your own stories of strength and courage in the comments below. I would love to hear about how you have faced your storms. Remember, the bravest of journeys start with a single step forward, even when the path is unclear. Thank you for listening. Until next time, keep your heart steady and your hope alive.